Am I stupid for starting Final Fantasy XIV again? The answer is probably yes. Yes, I am. But what are you gonna do about that? Hey, if you're checking me out for the very first time, my name's Antles. I used to do content creation probably about a year or so ago, and it was all focused on Final Fantasy XIV. There were some life things that came up, and so I took a break. And honestly, I'm glad I did. It helped reorient my mental state. I got my job more figured out, my relationships strengthened. And so, overall, the idea of constantly pursuing something to make that work and make that the priority of my life was just too much. And now I'm at a place where things are more stable and I can just focus on doing this for fun, which is what I should have done from the very beginning, if I'm going to be honest. So, if you want to be part of this new journey, going with me, figuring out Final Fantasy XIV, I would love if you could like, subscribe, hit the bell, and just even show up on some of the streams. I actually am going to be streaming on Twitch under the same name, Antles underscore, where I unfortunately created a Lalafell. And yes, I'm actually one of the biggest Lalafell haters on the face of the planet. That's one of the few things I remember is every single Lalafell just wanted to destroy everything. And I said, I want nothing to do with it. But the very first time I did it, well, there was a sub goal and they hit it. But then I quit and I feel bad. So I said, from now on, I'm going to main a Lalafell in honor of those that gave me money, even though I basically squandered it. So I might be stupid, but I might not be stupid as well. Why am I not stupid? Well, one, the very first stream that we had coming back was last Thursday, and right off the bat, we had people coming in, giving gifts, hanging out, and I was like, this is the community that I fell in love with to begin with. These are the people that honestly, I probably should never have left, and I told them I would leave, but there's just something about being back in Eorzea, although in a different body. I don't even know how to explain that, but starting off, new class, new city, just felt fresh. And it might also just be because I'm happier in general, but there's something about the game now that just feels so much more alive. And like, I actually have passion where I want to get into it. Like, I want to make more content. I want to go through everything that the game has. And I've decided I'm going to take my time. I think one of the big mistakes that I did the first time was I just want to get to the raids. I used to play WoW back in the day, and there was something about always pushing for the end game. And I didn't really appreciate the story. I was skipping blue quests. So even by the time I think I got into Heaven's Ward, I don't remember. But there was something about, I was so overwhelmed with the things to do. And now I'm like, you know what? Whether I get to the end or experience Dawn Trail, which I've heard is kind of is beyond that. Now I just want to take my time, do raids. I want to do mines, which I never did. I want to do all of the content fresh as it's there. I'm not going to speed run it. So number two, why I might be stupid was I've been hearing there's been a lot of negativity about Dawn Trail. The story sucks. The content's not great, and maybe there was like a part of me that's kind of glad I didn't push through and I'd be part of this negativity. But there's something about coming back where I'm just focused on, I don't want to be a part of that negativity. There's something about right now where I want to be a different voice. There's so many rants, there's so much drama, there's so much this, that, where I just want to appreciate the game. And yeah, we can critique and we can come through, but honestly, it's not about that. It's about creating a community to foster, to have fun, where eventually, I mean, at this rate, it'll be 1 or 2 years down the road, to be able to help people complete and clear content as well. This would be a space where we help each other. Like, that's the goal. And if that's something that you kind of vibe with and you experience, you're like, man, I want to help others as well. Hey, join us. I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not afraid to call to actions. You know, I'm gonna pitch it all around. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Engagement hacking, you better believe we're gonna do it. If there's gonna be some clickbaitiness, hey, we might get clickbaity. But deep down, I know that there is people out there. I know this community is filled with those that just want to help, and I want to be a part of fostering that. That it doesn't matter who you are, unless you're a Lala, then I'm gonna look at you differently, and it's almost gonna be like, whoa, but you're Lala. Yes, I get that. But the time commitment. That's another thing of, am I stupid for coming back? Where I was out, I was free. There's so many people that say, oh, but you made it. Why are you doing it again? Just leave as fast as you can. But I want to experience it. I want to get hooked. The 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000 hours. I want to experience this story that those have made it their lives. Those that have their hearts have been broken, or even a story and a game where have brought people together, actual relationships. I want to be a part of that. I want to help change it. I want to help be a voice. Things where are different, make it more efficient. In my day-to-day work, my whole mentality is about seeing things that are broken and how do we make it better. Now, I'm not planning on wanting to work, I guess, for Square Enix, and my voice probably doesn't mean anything for right now. But there's something about the excitement of being a part of something bigger in the community, being a voice, to being something where if you're having a bad day, you can come and just hang out. If we're having a bad time, you can come and I'll probably give really trash advice. But that's the beautiful thing about it. And Eorzea is beckoning me to be a part. I saw already that there's DJs and like the dance, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do any of that. But there's something about the toxicity of other games, like playing WoW and League of Legends, all these other games, CODs, where that sweaty multiplayer experience was what I was about. That I'm kind of done with it. You know, it's at that point where I just want to be able to eventually, you know, I might have a family and I'm going to be settling down a little bit more. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be able to get a place where I can relax and be just in the world. You know, I'm tired of the sweat. Now, eventually when we do Savages and Ultimates, I'm going to get sweaty. Like, there's nothing about it. Like, I'm competitive. I'm going to get sweaty and I'm going to try and be all calm. But I mean, I play pickleball. For God's sakes, this simple little game, and I get so pissed, man. I get so angry. I just want to smash that thing. Anyway, back to where I was going before that little rant. So I'm gonna be on Diabolos world, and you might find the little Lala named Small Lunches because, and he's a pugilist. He's gonna be a monk. And so he's Small Lunches because he's like, you want a knuckle sandwich? And he's gonna feed you a knuckle sandwich, so it's a small lunch because his hands aren't very big. I know it's a stupid joke. I know it's a stupid bit, but that's the bit that I'm going for. So I'm here. Eorzea is gonna be my home, and I would love it if you would be a part of that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel where I'm gonna try and put out more consistent videos on stuff. I mean, always make suggestions. I will love to react. I think eventually I want to react to some of the monk weapons to see what we can look forward to later. I feel like that's not going to be very spoilery for story, just looking at different weapons that are going to come up. So we'll react to that. We're going to be playing through the MSQ, taking our time. I haven't even done my first dungeon yet, which is crazy. So we're going to be there on Twitch, twitch.tv/Antles_, where we're going to be going live, trying Monday through Thursday, about 3 p.m. Pacific time until whatever. And we'll see. Maybe this thing takes off and we can do more and more and really create something that everybody can be a part of and be excited about. So that's what it is. Positivity, excitement, passion. I just wanted to get this out. And I think I've talked myself into, am I stupid for starting Final Fantasy 14 now? No, I'm not. I think I'm brilliant. I think I'm crazy. Honestly, I think I'm a little good looking. Maybe I'm a 5 or a 6, but it doesn't matter because we're just here to have a good time and hang out. So thank you very much for your attention to this matter, and I hope to be able to see you at some point in Eorzea. Take care.